Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news of an important US jobs milestone being reached on Saturday. American unemployment came in unchanged with the latest survey, with 192,000 new jobs created in March, almost exactly as expected. Bolstering the outcome were the upward revisions for January and February, adding another 37,000 jobs to those months. There are now 145 million people employed in the US, and the US economy has now replaced all the 8.8 million jobs lost during the recession. Of course, there's still a long way to go to get back to where it would have been without those losses. It also means the Fed is unlikely to change its course of eliminating its QE bond buying by September this year. In the shadow of the US improvements and the testing times in China, the falls in many European bond yields are giving bond investors there some very big gains. The ECB is signalling their own QE program, and market yields for Spanish and Italian bonds have now dropped so far they are lower than US yields. Benchmark US Treasury 10-year yields are now at 2.73%, while the average yield to maturity on bonds from Greece, Ireland, Italy, Portugal and Spain fell to 2.32% on April 3rd, the lowest in the history of the euro area. At 3.17%, our 90-day bank bill rate is edging ever higher and is now at its highest level since February 2011. Still a long way to go from its highest ever level at 9.18% in August 2007, though. It's a holiday in China today, their Kunming long weekend. And here's an interesting factoid. Nigeria has replaced South Africa as the largest African economy following a long boom based on oil exports. On a per capita basis, though, South Africa remains unchallenged in the region. Back in the US, earnings season is about to begin, and we may be in for a bumpy ride as many companies are expected to report profits that don't really support their high valuations. Equity markets fell between 1 and 2% in New York at the end of the week. Both oil prices and gold prices rose. The US dollar fell. The New Zealand dollar starts the week higher following a good US jobs report at 86.0 US cents. The Aussie is 92.6 Aussie cents, and the TWI is back up to 80.3 this morning. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.